Hey guys, welcome back. Out here cutting firewood today, and got a couple of little gadgets I wanted to show you. First one is this little 16-inch marker that I'm using. I know for guys that do this for a living, this is kind of amateur, but helps me out a lot. 16 inches, it's got a magnet on it, pretty strong magnet. What I do is I just go through and score them all first and then take it off and then go ahead and buck them. But yeah, I thought it'd be helpful. I'm not sure the manufacturer of this, but there's a lot of them out there. A lot of different companies. I see some that come off of the handle right here. But I like this one because it's on the tip, because I stand up and cut. I don't bend over, so up here wouldn't do me any good. This one works really well. Just helps me, especially when you're filling those totes. You want them all to be the same length, so you're not trying to cram stuff in there on an angle. But anyway, I'm going to get back to cutting, and when I get over to the splitter, I got a couple other little things I wanted to show y'all. So stick with me. We've got a lot of cutting to do today. Gonna try and get at least another full cord up off the ground. So stick with me. Gonna have a good day. Alright guys, wasn't cutting like I want it to, and I think I'm cutting dirty wood, so you know, you got a little bit of dirt in the bark from it being drug around and knocked down and put in piles and everything else. So I'm going to go ahead and just touch it up a little bit, and I'm going to touch up these rakers too, because I was having to push it to get it to go down, and it should pull itself. This saw's got a lot of power, and it should pull itself right down through the wood all on its own. I'm just going to give her a few strokes and see. So guys, normally it's a much smoother stroke. You see it's a little choppy, but the file normally has a handle on it, and I didn't have any with me. I left it on my bench in the garage, and the file has a real pointed end on the end that I'm holding in my right hand. So my hands are all cramped up and sore, and I'm trying to take a good amount of metal off these teeth because this is a new chain, and I'm actually using a file that's a little bit larger than what's recommended, and I'm doing that on purpose. This is a 3/8 chain, and they recommend a 5.2 millimeter file, and I'm using a 5.55 millimeter file, which is a 7/32. And I'm doing this because I'm trying to get the shape of the gullet how I want it, so it'll take out bigger chips of wood, which means it'll cut faster. So full disclosure here, guys, this is not my method, but it is a proven method, and I learned it from watching Buck and Billy Ray's channel on YouTube. Normally it's a real smooth stroke, and normally I also have the bar in a vise, so that makes a big difference as well. I don't know how good you can see that, but what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to come underneath this and hit it from the bottom up until I get a burr here, and that burr will start peeling off. That's how you know when you're sharp. I'm not a pro at this, I'm just learning. Like, now I'm in far enough, I'm going to pull up towards my face, try and come up underneath that. Problem I have when I do that, I tend to get a little off on my angle, which you don't want. Yeah, I didn't get the gullet far enough out on some of these. Like this one right here. You gotta get the gullet deep enough before you start touching the face of the cutter here. If you don't get back into the gullet far enough, then your file doesn't hit this top edge right here. You'll see it when you start getting into the, start pulling up. Once you get the gullet far enough back, you'll see this edge right here starting to just peel off a little bit. That's how you know when you got it. That one's good. There's that burr coming on, see it? See it getting shiny? It's done. See that? Gotta come off of there. That thing would be like a razor blade. Anyway, that's what you want to look for. I'm not the best guy to learn from, but you can learn along with me. Buck and Billy Ray's the man to watch. Want to learn how to sharpen a blade. I'm sharp. Oh, that was a workout, guys. Ooh, I hit these rakers one time. So I have a raker gauge handy, but it's 25 thousandths, and I want to go a little bit lower than that because I found that 25 doesn't really pull this chain through the wood real well. So I'm just eyeballing it here. I'm taking a couple strokes off each raker. The lower you take the rakers, the more hungry it gets, the more the more wood it wants to take, the more it wants to pull on you, but you can go too far with it, and then it gets real jumpy, and it can get dangerous as well. So there's kind of a real happy medium there between a sharp tooth and a low raker. And hopefully I didn't do it too much because it gets jumpy when you do that. But alright, there you have it. Hopefully a sharp chain. We're going to see if it does any better. It took me a while to do that, but I'm still learning this stuff. Took me a little while to get it right, and I got it right. So much better. Alright guys, welcome back. Split up a face cord this morning. Kind of gonna just piddle around a little bit. My wife needs the truck to take the horses over to training, so I'm gonna get out of here in a few minutes. But I wanted to bring you guys along. I'm splitting up some of this bigger stuff. This is about as big as I like it for firewood. Any bigger I put it on the mill, but some of this stuff was real crooked. Even though it had the diameter, it was real crooked, so I think I'd get more out of it for firewood. So anyway, try to get a little bit done every day, and so this is my 4th basket. So I have about a cord and a third, which isn't a lot, but I got a lot left over there. So I'm not sure how many cords I got. I probably got at least, I'm thinking 50 cords maybe. I don't know. It's a lot of wood in that pile. Anyway, I got to rebuild this thing. This is garbage. I mean, this is just a, you know, inexpensive homeowner splitter, but it actually works really well. It's got a lot of power. I've never had a log on here that it wouldn't split, even with knots and everything else. But this is too small. When you get one of them bigger rounds on there and you split it, it falls off and smashes this fender, or else it just gets in your way and I throw it off. So I think I'm going to unbolt this and take it to the house and see if there's anything I can do to make this a little bit or a lot bit bigger. This side isn't so bad. You know, kind of just loading it there. But once you split it, it wants to come this way, so I got to make something bigger, like, you know, out like this. So yep, so I think I'm going to take that off and take it to the house and see what I can come up with. Anyway, thanks for following along, guys. I was going to show you this log ox and this log right picaroon. So you might have seen me in the last video with this. This is great for not having to bend over when you have a smaller piece. You can just pick it off the ground. And then this here, for the bigger rounds, it's just kind of a cant hook. You just slide it down on there. I can show you how it works. I tried to get a little video of it earlier, but it was hard to do because I was trying to hold the camera in one hand. Alright guys, so this log ox here, it comes with a handle that goes down through there so that you can turn logs. But for picking up logs, I just take that off. Throw it over there because it has a little weight to it. I'm going to take a log like this one here. Picks it right up. Put it right up on the splitter. Saves your back from bending over. And this part of it doesn't weigh a whole lot, you know. It's a trade-off between, it's a trade-off between, you know, adding weight with a tool or bending over and using your back. But this thing will pick up anything you grab onto. It's a pretty neat tool. You can pick it up this way or a round way. So pick it up like that. Anyhow, it may be useful for some of you. I use it once in a while. I don't use it a ton, but it is nice for turning smaller logs on the mill. I know that. Sometimes you don't need that 5-foot cant hook, so I use this. But it gets some use. It's not the most used tool in the yard, but it gets some use. So check them out. Good company, American made. Now you could take a log like, yeah, these ones are kind of getting on the bigger side, but I say like this one right here. It's like that. Pick it up, put it right on the splitter. A great tool. Thing's super sharp and it will stick in the back of your leg. Not sure how I know that, but pretty sure it'll stick in the back of your leg right in this area. But yeah, it'll pick these logs up. These ones are a little bit big. I like them when they're about that big around. You know, maybe 8 to 10, maybe 12 inches in diameter. 8 to 10 inches in diameter, something like that. I used it a lot in the last one, but this one here I had some bigger rounds. But I'm going to try to avoid, I think this is going to be my only batch of bigger stuff. Anything bigger than this, I'm going to mill it down for something. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy the little tidbits. I got something else coming too on Amazon. If you saw my earlier in this video, my struggles sharpening on the homemade bench over there, sharpening my chainsaw chain. I got something for that, so stick with me. That'll be in another video, but I think it's going to work real slick. So thanks for coming out, and I'll see you in the next one.